walking in faith, walking in truth, not trusting my feelings, trusting how great I am as a fighter, and I believed it. And I just kept on telling myself, in the ring, what's the best option here? What can I hit him with? What is he doing? And then I kept, kind of, having that in my mind the whole time. But it's a testimony to people that are going through something that, these things that happen to you sometimes when you quite don't.
You can watch this on the channel. This is from the post-fight press conference after he stopped Javier Fortuna in 6 rounds. Dropped him twice, then ended up finishing him off with a mean 3-piece combo in the middle of the ring in round number 6. And I do admit that I'm sold on Ryan Garcia. I don't feel that I'm ready yet to say that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is a 50-50 fight. But if Rolly Romero was able to get in early rounds against Tank Davis, if Mario Barrios was able to win a significant portion of the fight against Tank Davis, Isaac Cruz, we've seen that Tank is not one of those fighters. He's very good, high ring IQ, but he can be touched up. Now, the thing is, once he figures you out, kind of like they say Lomachenko does, and I don't think that Tank Davis really gets a lot of credit for like his super high ring IQ. Like, if you listen to him and watch his interviews when he talks boxing, he is truly a student of the game. I don't think people really give him credit for that. But we've seen that Ryan Garcia can be dropped. Luke Campbell put him down bad. We see that he can have like some dead spots, just like, Tank Davis. And of course he has the size advantage. My problem is this. Here's why I feel that there's going to be some stumbling blocks and that I'm not confident, that the fight is going to happen next. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't feel confident. But listen to this. This is from the Golden Boy chief operating officer. Basically, he's in charge of, I guess, to keep it simple, financial shit with Golden Boy. If there's any deal that Golden Boy has with the DAZN, he's the one that does all the research and all the footworks and puts everything together. So listen to what he had to say here in the post-fight press conference before Ryan Garcia got on the stage, and he was taking questions from the media about basically, what has to happen for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia to happen, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Since you're here, thank you for watching. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Topics of the video today are going to be obviously Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, the boxing scene article of Keith Thurman entertaining a possible fight with Iris Lindy Lara at a catch weight. We'll talk about that next. Fight of the week is going to be Joet Gonzalez versus Isaac Dogboe. That's been July for you, but however, it's going to be a good fight. But the card overall, it's not like a super showcase fight, but definitely going to be action-packed. And then finally, the WBA, amidst another scandal, has ordered Leo Santa Cruz versus Lee Wood. And I believe they only ordered that because, they got this new scandal that just hit the news. And they're like, oh, shit, let's get back on our WBA consolidation. But anyway, listen to what he had to say. And let me know if this gives you some confidence that the fight can happen. I'm hearing some shit that it's going to happen, but I don't know, bro. I've got bad intel before. Listen in. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe.
Any other questions? Oh, Manuk.
Hey, so earlier this week, Steven Espinoza said that, he only sees one network for a potential Gervonta Davis-Ryan Garcia fight. Considering the history of both sides, how realistic do you think a fight is, considering the business has to make sense as well?
It's very realistic. I like Steven Espinoza. He used to work for Golden Boy. So, he's...
You think he just took a shot at Espinoza right there? Also, hey, listen. I'm not doing this for my health. It'll be great if you drop a like. So, yeah. Look at this shot he just threw at Steven Espinoza right here. Let me start it over.
Considering the business has to make sense as well. Potential.
just looking for, to put him on these shows. So,
Right on. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, Manuk.
Hey, so earlier this week, Steven Espinoza said that, he only sees one network for a potential Gervonta Davis-Ryan Garcia fight. Considering the history of both sides, how realistic do you think a fight is, considering the business has to make sense as well?
It's very realistic. I like Steven Espinoza. He used to work for Golden Boy. So, we've known him for a long time. He's anything could happen. I mean, I hope everybody here writes about it, do the fight, but there's no way we're going to just do it without DAZN involvement. I mean, DAZN's been with us. DAZN helped us build Ryan. How would it be if, you just take him away and, to do an exclusive with Showtime? I mean, Showtime has done split broadcasts, so there's absolutely no reason why, they shouldn't do it this time. It doesn't make sense, and it's not going to happen. It's going to happen with DAZN involved.
Absolutely. And just in regard to one of your other fighters, it was reported today that Siniesa Estrada is no longer with Golden Boy. What essentially led...
I do have to do a video on that too. But, you heard what the man said. DAZN absolutely has to be involved. And you can understand from the business standpoint, when he's sitting down with these DAZN executives and, structuring these deals for Golden Boy. And then all of a sudden, people are asking him at a press conference to say, well, listen, if it has to happen on Showtime, it has to happen on Showtime. But in reality, Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, in my opinion, I'm not confident that that's a million pay-per-view buy fight. Maybe it'll get close, but which ways can they get to that million pay-per-view buys? Think about it like this. Here's a scenario. What if the zone says, all right, we're going to go full, whoever's going to be broadcasting it. What if they go like really all in, a full like face off with, I'm talking about a sit down like they used to do on HBO with Max Kellerman, pull Brian Campbell out of the mix who works on, into the mix who works for Showtime, where they have a sit down face off for 30 minutes, Tank Davis on one side, Ryan Garcia on another side. And then what if they do another one with Oscar De La Hoya on one side and Floyd Mayweather on the other side, talking about how they've built both of their fighters up. There's ways that they can really, really promote this fight. But I agree with Steven Espinoza where it's not a joint broadcast fight. My other issue is Tank Davis is the A side. The fight for Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna did something like what? Just a little under 12,000 tickets, to where Tank Davis, when he goes to events, he sells out or damn near gets close to sellouts, And overall, he's got that pay-per-view experience. You can't rely on in this economy. Well, Ryan Garcia has more Instagram followers. That shit don't sell fights. In my personal opinion, Tank Davis is the A side. He's the A side. Now, for Ryan Garcia to go on the record to be like, okay, you know what? For those who didn't see it, I'm gonna play this interview one more time since we are here. Ryan Garcia is the A side. Tank Davis is the A side. So for him to be talking about, well, it has to happen at 140, and I think Tank Davis will be, cool with it. I'm thinking that's going to give PBC at Mayweather Promotions, more reason to be like, okay, it's something about 140 he don't like. Let's make this fight at 135. But listen to what he had to say. I'm gonna play this.
Also sharp at 135, but I like one. So we did it, and I'm like, well, I'm way comfortable here. There's really hasn't been a plan, but it's just how things played out. It's how things played out because he couldn't make 135, and I was like, what? All right, whatever.
This is after he had knocked out Fortuna in 6. He was on his way back to the locker room, and then he had to do his post interview with the DAZN team, and he's talking about how the fight came to be at 140 pounds against Fortuna, and basically he's saying it was Fortuna who couldn't make the 135. So then Ryan Garcia is saying, okay, well, let's make it at 140 because I want the fight. And then now he's saying he's comfortable at 140, he likes 140, and then he's never going back down to 135. And that Tank Davis has to fight him at 140 pounds. I don't think he can call those shots.
I didn't want to cancel the fight.
Yeah, of course.
So I said, let's do 140.
Yeah.
Because I'm big, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm little. So we did it, and I'm like, well, I'm way comfortable here. There's really no need to go back down to 135. Let's get the big fights going. I'm sure Devin can't make 135 either. Let's be honest. That dude is big too.
See why Devin Haney is the 135-pound undisputed champion of the world. You know, and he's going to be fighting George Kambosos in a rematch in Australia sometime in October or so. That's the news that's going around. And why would he just drag Devin Haney into it? Like, you know, if you ain't going to fight him, like, let's for real. You know, let's be for real. He can't, you know, make the weight either. Like, bro, he's making the weight. Like, what do you mean? Like, the balls on this kid.
That's no little guy either. No, none of us are going to be at 135. Let's be real. None of us are going to be at 135.
That's
140,
That's true.
147.
I said you were being you're being the trendsetter by being the first. No,
That is true.
to lead the weight class.
Yeah.
Because everybody's gonna say you're running.
Yeah.
No, I'm not running. Just come on.
I think
Hey,
we
man,
saw
hey.
on tonight's
Regardless,
performance, he
everyone's
isn't
gonna
running.
do.
Yeah.
He isn't running. Finally, look, we all want Gervonta Davis. I think everyone wants to see Gervonta Davis next. If not, we saw a host of names at 140. Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez.
That's who I fight.
You just want the tough ones. He wants Gervonta or Teofimo.
Boom, boom. We're not here to play around.
We're not playing around anymore.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak
No,
for you.
No.
You know me well, then. You know me well, because I was going to say the same thing. I'm not here to lolly-da. You know what I mean? I'm not here to play games. I'm here to really just beat the guys I want to beat. I know I could beat these guys. I see it in my head. I know what they could do, and I will beat these guys. I know I will. I could see it. It's just right there. I'll put it together. I have the game plan and run it up on them. That's it.
Finally.
I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I'm saying that if I put in the work and the time, the effort, and I use the wisdom I'm blessed with, I will beat these guys for sure.
Finally, Ryan, look, we're desperate to see you fight and stay busy. You fought Emmanuel Tagoe 3 months ago, a fight now. Can we see you again before the end of the year, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No matter what, I want to fight in December. I said 3 times this year. I'm, committed to be a man of my word. All you have in this life is your words and your balls. So I ain't going to break them for nobody.
You have both of them, sir. Ryan Garcia, fantastic performance.
Somebody just watched Scarface. I mean, it's sound all good, and he's been talking about how, like the fighters, the promoters and the managers work for the fighters. And, if the fighters want certain fights, they got to push for it. Well, we're going to have to see because, the stumbling block right now, I feel, is going to be the network. And if there's going to be any blame to be put on someone, just like it was with Munguia and Charlo, they couldn't even get that done. And that's a lesser fight. I feel it would be on DAZN and it would be on Golden Boy. But at the end of the day, according to Steven Espinoza, Ryan Garcia is a Golden Boy fighter, but not a DAZN fighter. Does that mean that all Golden Boy fighters have to fight on, DAZN because of Golden Boy's, I don't know. It seems Canelo had some issues with that in the past. But, that's pretty much all I really have to say about the topic because only time will tell. And as far as the Teofimo Lopez fight, possible, it can happen. But we've seen that Teofimo Lopez ended up on DAZN because of, purse bid, and then one with Triller fell out, went to Eddie Hearn Matchroom. So, I would have more confidence in a Ryan Garcia versus a Teofimo Lopez happening. But by the way, Teofimo Lopez is returning on August the 13th against a Pedro Campos on Top Rank on ESPN. And then it's looking like if he wins, he's going to go on to fight Arnold Barboza in an eliminator for the WBO title at 140 pounds. So he's officially at 140. But for some reason, Ryan Garcia definitely don't want no Devin Haney work. And if that fight was to happen, it's going to be when Devin Haney moves up. And I do believe that Devin Haney will move up. In my personal opinion, if he beats Kambosos twice, I don't think he's going to stay at 135, after that second Kambosos fight. Do I feel that Ryan Garcia can beat Tank Davis? I think he has a chance. I'm not going to say you don't have a chance. I would pick Tank Davis, but Ryan Garcia's got the goods. He can box. He's clearly got the size. He's got the body work, and he's better than, let's go look at Tank Davis's resume. Where is that? Tank Davis, 27-0 with 25 KOs. Rigas versus Ryan, I don't know. Rigas Prograis got to get any type of fight. He's better than Rolly, better than Eastside Cruz. It's a damn shame Eastside Cruz, Ryan Garcia couldn't happen, but whatever. And who's Isaac Cruz fighting next? Some bullshit fight, right? Eduardo Ramirez on Andrew Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. That press conference is tomorrow. We're going to be here streaming that. Fucking boxing, man. You know, if Rolly was able to get those rounds, and look, Rolly was leading. Well, not leading. Oh, yeah, he was. He was leading on one card. It was a close fight, you know, because Tank was trying to figure him out to go for the big shot, and boy, did he get it. You know, Mario Barrios was having some early, you know, to mid to later round success until he just got chased down, beat up, and knocked out. Leo Santa Cruz was having, you know, some success, but he was going toe-to-toe with the bigger fighter, and through the same doggone punch 3 times, got his ass put to sleep, peaceful ass slumber he had. We're going to talk about him later on in the video. Yurkis Gamboa, well, you know, he had 1 foot, 1 shoe. So looking at those guys right there, it's impossible, in my opinion, not to give Ryan Garcia a chance. 23-0 with 19 KOs. And he did put on a statement, even though Javier Fortuna is the smaller fighter. And let me talk about this here. I put a voodoo storyline on the fight. That's how I said, you know what? I found the opportunity with the whole hat thing, and I said, I'm going to sell this fight off of voodoo. And in my opinion, you know, Javier Fortuna needs to consult, when he tries it again, needs to consult an experienced voodoo practitioner, because whatever spell he tried to put on, maybe he didn't have enough cigar smoke or whatever. Maybe he didn't follow the rules of voodoo, but it didn't take. And if anything, the voodoo probably, you know, bounced back on him because he looked like shit and got his ass knocked out. So, but that's the thing. No, T Street, for some reason, I had a whole lot of people in the comments telling me I need to find Jesus and all that type of stuff. No, T Street doesn't practice fucking voodoo. You got, I don't practice voodoo anymore. Moving on though. Realistically, if Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis don't happen, or Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo don't happen, you know who it's going to be. They already putting it out there already. It's going to be Jojo Diaz, December. It's going to be Jojo Diaz, and he's going to make Jojo Diaz come all the way up to 140. That ain't going to be cool. That ain't going to be cool at all, Jack. Anyway,